To know where you're going, you must know where you've been. Every mile marks a moment in history. For 75 years, SHRM has led HR to drive change. We fight for women at work, shape policy and protections for all. We advocate for an inclusive workforce and endure together during unprecedented times. Because the beauty of the road is there's always something ahead. Join SHRM on our journey to drive change.
Our folks here have over 20 plus years experience. We provide two main areas: Express Requests, which is a compilation of all various topics. You can actually save a lot of time by asking one of our advisors to do some research for you, to bounce off an idea, to find out latest current employer practices.
We talk about every topic imaginable under the umbrella of human resources. Among the most popular would be the Family and Medical Leave Act, the exemption status, questions about the salary basis. The questions go on and on. We could talk about many more of them. And if you want to do that, don't forget one of the prime benefits of being a SHRM member, the HR Knowledge Center.
Hello and welcome to the third annual Better Workplaces Challenge Cup. I'm Guillermo Correa, Managing Director of SHRMLabs, SHRM's Workplace Innovation Lab and Venture Capital Arm. Thank you for joining us today. Also, a very special thanks to the Asociación Brasileira de Recursos Humanos, the Brazilian Association of Human Resources, our co-host for this segment of the competition. So as many of you know, SHRM's purpose is to elevate the HR profession, and our mission is to empower people and workplaces by advancing HR practices and human potential. To that end, we strongly believe that HR is best positioned to lead workplace innovation and organizational development. A report compiled by the Harvard Business Review revealed that within the next 10 years, 65% of jobs will necessitate new skills that are not currently required. As the world progresses and changes, so too must the field of HR. I think everyone listening today will agree that HR needs to continue innovating in order to meet an organization's needs of tomorrow. And innovation is the key reason why SHRM launched this competition. The Better Workplaces Challenge Cup is a pitch competition to find the innovators that are solving the most critical workplace challenges. This year, the competition was open to over 200 countries around the world, with competition rounds in the US, Europe, Latin America, Middle East, Africa, and Asia Pacific. We also added a member track for SHRM members to showcase how the people who know the workplace the best, HR, are innovating. This is the second segment of the startup track of the competition, which will consist of 10 first rounds from which the top company will advance to the semifinals. The winner from each semifinal will advance to the finals, which will be held at the SHRM Annual Conference and Exposition. And this year, we're back in Las Vegas from June 11th through the 14th. Today, you're going to hear from 4 very exciting startups. Each company will provide a 3-minute pitch, and afterwards, they will have a 3-question and answer session with our judges. The criteria these startups will be judged on are, is this a business that will be able to grow to positively affect the lives and work of millions of employees? Number 2, is this a business that will create better workplaces where employers and employees thrive together? And then finally, the third criteria, Is this a business that will provide value to SHRM members and their companies by helping HR professionals become more efficient and strategic? Once the pitches are completed, the judges will deliberate and choose the winner of the segment. Please note that this event qualifies for 2 PDCs towards your SHRM CP or SCP certification, and we will be providing the code at the end of the event. But for now, please help me in welcoming our judges for today. First up, we have Dr. Livia Mandelli, Director of ALMA, Aceleradora de Liderancia Femenina para Mujeres Auténticas. Welcome to the stage, Livia. Great to have you here again with us. Next up, we have Marcelo Priani, Director of Training and Coaching at Scenarium. Marcelo, welcome to the stage again, and thank you for being here. And last but not least, Marcelo Nobrega, HR Tech Investor and Advisor at Falcone. I'm gonna have to call you guys Marcelo P and Marcelo N so that we don't get confused here. Welcome to the stage, judges, and thank you so much for joining us. So let's go ahead and get started here and welcome our first participant, La Pieza.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Carlos Martinez. I'm the CTO and co-founder of La Pieza, a solution that helps companies to hire faster across all of Latin America. And La Pieza really gets started because we noticed that there was a massive issue with recruitment in Latin America. And the problem is that companies of all sizes have problems hiring. It's extremely difficult for them. When you think about it, about 48% of all vacancies go unfulfilled for more than 90 days. And when put into a monetary perspective, that means that over $260 billion of shareholder value is lost every year because companies simply can't hire the right people fast enough. And this is just really due to the fact that recruitment teams have been historically underserved. They have to use dozens of different platforms to source candidates. They have to get on calls with headhunters and third parties and vendors, all in the attempt to just source the candidates, which is a long process that has mixed results. So what we decided to do was sort of take a top-down approach and create a solution that really starts with what we call Aperture, which is our AI hub. And effectively what Aperture does is that it allows us to enrich every candidate's profile with over 100 million data points that we've been able to scrape from across the web and create an enriched profile, which includes a growth trajectory for each and every one of them. And that trajectory really helps us to better match our candidates with our clients' offerings because we have natural language processing within Aperture to understand not only what the clients are looking for, but also what the candidates need in order to consider a change. And because of that, we're able to deliver hundreds of times faster. We're able to deliver over 24 candidates in under 30 seconds, which compared to any solution on the market is extremely quick. So when we go ahead and sort of expand upon this, this means we're able to create an ecosystem solution. For example, thanks to Aperture in our ATS, we're able to offer a solution that helps companies to source candidates in under 30 seconds, track their hire throughout their life cycle, all without the candidate needing to apply. And thanks to this as well, we've also been able to automate processes that are extremely manual, like headhunting. Thanks to Aperture, we've made headhunting 10 times more efficient. On the B2C side, candidates no longer have to search for jobs because Aperture is constantly searching for the right job at the right company for them. And truth of the matter is, we're extremely happy with what we've been able to achieve. We're executing extremely well in a large market, and you don't have to take our word for it. You can listen to companies like Coca-Cola, Mercado Libre, Boston Consulting Group, and over 500 other companies that are recruiting with us across Latin America. But you can also listen to the over 325,000 people who are using our platform and who are exposed to about 10 different vacancies every month. And despite all the success that we've been having, including growing 10x year to date, we haven't even scratched the surface. We're an extremely small fish in a $50 billion total addressable market pond. So I'd just like to go ahead and invite everybody to go ahead and use La Pieza to go ahead and hire faster, smarter, and have a better recruitment process. Thank you.
All right, thanks for your presentation, Carlos, and welcome to the stage. For this round, Livia, do you want to go ahead and get us started? I think you're on mute, by the way. Yeah, you're still on mute.
Now you can hear me. Thank you, Guillermo. And hi, Carlos. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you. How about yourself?
Are you nervous or relaxed?
I am relaxed.
Okay. So let's go. Carlos, I found your business very interesting. And I have a doubt. Could you please clarify how many competencies a company may choose to find the right candidate in your platform, please?
Sure. So there's around 24 different competencies that we go ahead and analyze for, be it growth trajectory, if somebody wants to go ahead and grow from a senior level position more to an executive, if they want to go ahead and grow from a different sort of corporate position into a more of a nonprofit organization. All these different points are analyzed and gone ahead and placed into the company profile when they go ahead and say, we're looking for X position. And then we go ahead and try to translate that over time with the company and understand, okay, the company's hiring this type of person for this type of position. How can we go ahead and also go ahead and diversify this as well over time, while also giving the company exactly what they need?
Okay, and is it just technical competencies or also behavioral competencies?
So we do both technical and behavioral competencies. We go ahead and allow them to go ahead and do sort of mathematical and spatial reasoning tests, language tests, and allow them to sort of create their own tests if they have their own sort of psychological profiles that they want to go ahead and analyze within the system as well.
Thank you, Carlos.
Okay. Marcelo Pirani, or Marcelo P, I'm going to call you that.
Okay. So thank you, Carlos. Welcome. And your business is very interesting. And for me, one doubt that I would like to clarify is, where do you believe that your proposal has the magic? Where the magic happens in your business, do you believe?
So yeah, okay. The magic happens when people like myself, who, when they begin to enter the job force and they don't truly know what they want, or they have a notion of where they want to go in life, come to our platform and say, I want this, or I think I want this. And the platform analyzes this for them and tells them, okay, based on what you've already achieved and based on what we think you can achieve over time, here's where we believe you would be a great fit for now. Is it Coca-Cola? Is it Mercado Libre? Is it a startup? Is it a banking? Is it wherever that the system believes that you can be a great fit and a value add for companies, and where you can be happy as a whole and grow as a person? That is where the magic happens. It happens when users are able to understand that they can grow as people, but they don't have to be miserable at their work. They can be happy and they can grow as a person, both economically and professionally.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And last but not least, Marcelo N, over to you.
Great, thank you, Guillermo. Hello, Carlos. Let me see if I understood correctly what Aperture does. So what I understood is that you have both an active search for candidates, but you also have, you have a database of active job hunters, people that interact with your system looking for jobs. And then you do the matching with the descriptions that the companies upload to your system. But the second part is the one that I'm more interested in understanding. And what I understood is that you go after people that are not looking for jobs, people that are out there in social media, passive, happy with the jobs, but you have a job description and you search the cyberspace for people that will match that description. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Love it. Yeah. Actually, your hunting ground is the planet.
That is what we hope to allow for companies to go ahead and do, to search globally for the best talent for them at that moment, and for people to be able to connect with jobs that resonate with them at that time as well.
Fantastic. Excellent. Thank you very much, Carlos. And while the judges write down some notes, how can attendees find out more information about La Pieza?
So you can go ahead and visit us on lapieza.io. We currently are more focused towards a Latin American market, but we have companies within the US and Canada and all over the globe who are hiring at this moment and who are looking for great talent across a bunch of different industries and profiles.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you for being here. All right, let's bring up our second participant, JobCam.
Hi everyone, my name is Camila. I'm CEO and founder of JobCan, the workplace diversity booster. Everybody knows that job opportunities are not equal for all, and this social and moral issue is impacting directly in our economy because companies are losing 30% in revenue due to the lack of diversity in the workforce. To solve this problem, we've created JobCan, a video interview platform that could be used native or integrated with any HR system. But how it works? With our anonymous pre-record interview, recruiters and managers will avoid the unconscious bias during the hiring process because they will analyze candidate videos with avatars on the screen. We change the candidate's voice as well, and we hide all candidate information. In addition, we also have the anonymous CV. Along the pre-record interview, we also have the anonymous video interview such as a conference. This is an amazing experience for all participants. Finally, we have the diversity dashboard that shows all KPIs about the process. We are doing very well. Even Larry Ellison for Oracle is talking about us and recognize our journey. We are really doing, as you can see here, with these amazing results. The HR market is immense and is growing fast, and our target is $4 billion of this market. We are unique not just for the blind interview, but because we really understand that diversity and efficiency must be together during the hiring process. For this reason that this amazing customers trust us, and we are growing fast here in Brazil and in America Latina. We are a SaaS, B2B, our target is enterprise, and we also have some partnerships with HR software such as ACP. We are growing fast in this year. I imagine that we will grow a lot because we did this partnership with ACP, and we already have 200,000 people, underrepresented people in our database. We were accelerated by Oracle, Google, etc. And this is our amazing team that is doing everything happen. And we are looking to do some soft lands in US. We already are in LATAM in Chicago, and we are looking to be incubator, to get partnership, and etc. And I invite you to join us to promote our to that value difference, and hope to see you in Las Vegas. Thank you.
All right, thank you for your presentation, Camila, and welcome to the stage. For this round, Marcelo P., would you like to get us started?
Thank you very much. Thank you, Guillermo and Camila. Camila, we think that diversity is a kind of issue that all companies are worried about. But last year or during this year, we've heard from HR executive that he's in the list of them priorities is almost on 7th place, diversity. How can you believe that JobCan could put diversity in the top of the list?
Great. First of all, thank you everyone to be here. I'm very excited. And JobCan help managers, recruiters, and companies to avoid unconscious bias during the hiring process, and to guarantee that this process will be more fair, will be fairest, you know. And once we do this, we avoid unconscious bias, or even we could do some how can I say, affirmative position. We are doing delivering opportunity to underrepresented people, because everybody knows that job opportunities are not equal for all. It's not equal for me as a woman, and I'm a white privilege because I'm a white woman. However, I'm from the Northeast, from Brazil, and I didn't have the opportunities that other privileged people have. And we are guaranteed this opportunity for all. Once we do this, we avoid unconscious bias. we deliver the best candidate, because it's not just the diversity. It's important to say that we deliver diversity and also efficiency, because we cut cost, and we deliver diverse as well. We have a customer called Renner here in Brazil, and the manager says JobCan is not just a recruiting platform. JobCan is teaching us to lead with our unconscious bias, with our judges, and this is very powerful.
Excellent. Next question, Marcelo, over to you.
Yeah, hi Camila. How are you doing today?
Hello. Great.
So I do agree with everybody here that D&I should be at the top of the agenda, everyone's agenda, right? And it's great to see that you have that purpose and that you're so enthusiastic about it. My question is about the tool itself. So what does JobCam offer that I cannot get from a video conference tool like Zoom, Teams, or whatever?
Great. We have two models, two blind models. One is a pre-record interview, and this model, recruiters and managers don't have interaction with recruiters. And in this pre-record interview, we do we rank the best candidate profile through word matches. And in addition, we also put avatar on the screening. We change the candidate voice, and we hide all candidate information. So if you will use JobCam, you will watch a video with avatar on the screening. And it's weird in the first time, but our brand is not acclimated to deal with different voice, because we change their voice as well, and we hide all candidate information, so you could approve or not the candidate for the next step of the process. And the next step of the process is similar here, SHRM or Zoom, etc. However, our big differential is because we put avatar on the screening, we change their voice, and recruiters and managers could do evaluation in real time. So you will be able to take some conversation with candidates in a blind models, in a anonymous way. So your unconscious bias will be avoided, because you will put attention in candidate abilities and experience instead of stereotypes, you know? Okay. And we are unique for a while because the world is very big, but we are unique with this method and in interview with video, through video.
Okay. Last question, Livia, over to you.
Thank you, Guillermo. Hi, Camila. How are you doing?
Oh, great now.
Nice. Camila, I found your project amazing. Now I've been teaching at Fundação Dom Cabral, Inclusive Leadership, Female Leadership and Diversity. So your platform is very linked to my topics of teaching. And I found really interesting because I had never seen anything like that. But I still have a few questions. Don't you think that offering a platform to minimize gender bias would make people lazy in their choices to minimize consciously what they do have as gender bias?
I believe that it's very important to have other ways to teach manager and people in general to understand bias. JobCam will not be able to do this alone, you know. And we are a tool that will help manager during this diversity trajectory. And we already have great results, cases with Bradesco, with Sírio-Libanês, with Novo Nordisk in America Latina, that we helped these companies to increase women was hired, etc. But it's not JobCon alone. It's necessary that the company needs to have this agenda, diversity agenda, you know. And the most important is the transformation that we are doing, giving opportunity for these underrepresented people to be seen more than a piece of paper, more than their gender, etc. This is the first step. But of course, we need help. We need to be together with other areas to go further in the transformation.
Anyone can insert their CV into the platform for free, or they have to pay something, Camila?
No, it's for free. It's the candidate apply for any job position over there for free, and we are not job position, but we integrate with Guppy, with ACP, with Greenhouse in US, etc. But it's for free. We don't charge any candidate. It's not make sense to charge the represent people because we focus on minorities group in social impact, etc. And everybody could apply and be and have the analysis in a blind model.
Okay.
It's a company choice. If the company, there are many companies that choose just use pre-record interview in a blind. Others would like to use a live. I don't like to. I don't like to use the blind way. I would like just to use the common interview, and no worries because we already do the rank of the best profile. In this point, we are already avoid unconscious bias because it's in the top of the rank, video ranks, the best candidate profile independent of their stereotypes.
All right, excellent, Camila, and we're out of time, judges, for this round. Camila, thank you for being here. While the judges write down some notes, how can attendees find out more about JobCam?
Oh, thank you so much. Let's promote our true value difference with us. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you for being here. All right, let's bring up our third participant, Interbrain.
Good morning, my name is Alberto Aguiló. I am Executive Director and co-founder of Interbrain. Interbrain is a edtech startup that was born in Argentina in June 2018. And what we do is we innovate in the way of learning with our own immersive learning technology. Basically, we create learning solutions with the use of extended reality technology such as virtual reality, augmented reality, 3D simulators, and we deploy these courses in our own learning platform, which count with artificial intelligence, allowing the companies and organizations to improve their learning process by the use of training analytics. The use cases for this kind of technologies are operational efficiency, all related to the handle and management of machineries, soft skills, and also safety. These technologies are having a huge impact in the current market. But what is amazing is how big will be the impact in the future. So there are scenarios of growing of 140% growth in the following 5 years, reaching in 2028 a market of $81 billion for this kind of solutions in training process. Great companies trust us the innovation of their learning immersive process, such as Cargill, Newmont, Volkswagen, Bayer, Monsanto, Scania. So we already have leading cases in a lot of industry We have a very diverse and inclusive team, diverse in gender and age. We have PhD doctors in mathematics, and we have developers, self-made. Interbrain is a profitable company that last year has a turnover above 350,000 USD in the year, and still the two co-founders keep more than 90% of the shares. And it is important to mention also that Interbrain is currently looking for investment in order to improve our artificial intelligence solution, which work within our own learning platform, and also to scale up the company to bigger markets such as US and Mexico. Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you for that presentation, Alberto, and welcome to the stage. For this round, Marcelo Nobrega, would you like to get us started?
Yes, thank you. Hello, Alberto. How are you? Great. So I think I'll make two questions, but I think they may be the same.
Okay.
So how do you use artificial intelligence, and what is training analytics?
Yeah, it's linked. We use artificial intelligence to improve the adaptive learning path of each of the person that train with our courses. So they can do it faster if they have a previous learning in this topic, or they can take a long way to reach this skill or this new knowledge. So we believe, we are from Mendoza, Argentina, we are in the mountain, and we believe that you can reach a peak in a mountain doing different ways or do different paths. So this is what we adapt in our platform. And the train analytics use past information to try to see how it's going to be the performance of the person in the future, okay, in certain skills or courses that they are taking. Right. I don't know if I replied the question, Marcelo.
Okay. Livia, next question, over to you.
Thank you, Guillermo. Hi, Alberto. How are you doing?
Good.
Alberto, your business is really interesting. And my question is there a support at your company to work in partnership with HR to convince organizations to use this learning solution? Because who buys the solution is the HR, yeah?
Normally it's HR, but also we have an internal champion inside the organization that is, in our case, because of the vertical of safety, there is HR, but also a safety department in the companies are very interested in this kind of solutions. Because normally in safety, you have recurring trainings that you have to give because of legal rules or because of policies of the company. You have to do it in monthly basis or even weekly basis in oil and gas, mining, all these kind of companies. They need to do a lot of training that are sometimes repeating the same course every week or every month. So the safety department normally hire a lot this kind of solution. This is normally inside the companies. It is not only HR department, but also a safety department.
Okay. Do you think that there is the same engagement for presential trainings or virtual trainings? Do you have any study on that?
There is a paper or a study made by PwC in 2019 that mentioned that this kind of virtual learning, e-learning that they call it, it have 4 hours of traditional training is equal to 1 hour in virtual learning. So you improve the times. You also have in this paper that they made 270% more confidence in the people that took the virtual training versus the one that do a traditional training, and also he have 52% is more cheaper or is costly or effective, 52% more than a traditional training.
Okay.
Is that
Thank you, Roberto.
Yeah, and last question over to Marcelo P.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Alberto. How's it going? Alberto, one thing that came up and popped out to my mind during your presentation is about 90% of improved learning that you mentioned in your presentation. And I'm curious about how can we guarantee lifelong learning with your Interbrain solution, or about your how can your solution could help people to be in touch with the knowledge and keep it learning all the time.
I think, thank you for the question. I think it's a good one. I think that the way that we learn is changing. So we are questioning here universities, the education as it is. We are trying to teach or to learn with a system that was created 200 years ago, and we keep using the same tools and the same methods to do this. So I think that the people now, the new generation, they are learning in not only with virtual learning, but also they are self-learn. So the important is that you provide the learning when they need it, and not teach everything. In order, if I learned some mathematics equation to use it 10 years later because maybe I need it. So we are focusing also in the training just in time. You need to train, you got it, you have it there, and you can take it and you apply it immediately. I think this is the change of the learning process that we are living now, and we don't realize sometimes.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Alberto, for being here. And while the judges write down some notes, how can attendees find out more about Interbrain?
Sorry, I muted you can go to our webpage, interbrainco.com, and hope we can help everyone to improve the learning process.
Excellent. Thank you very much. All right, let's bring up our fourth participant, Global Work.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sebastian, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Global Work. It's an honor to be here. Well, in Global Work, we are building the infrastructure for HR in Latin America. But what's the problem? Well, in the HR areas, the verification and compliance processes are critical and unreliable, as the information is decentralized, difficult to access, and generates large operational reprocesses in HR, taking hiring and compliance decisions with poor quality. Well, after more than 15 years in the HR industry as entrepreneurs and understanding the problem, we created the technological and logistical infrastructure to optimize the processes of verifications and compliance for HR. Therefore, we created a suite of solutions in recruitment, verification, and compliance, delivering faster, cheaper, and more reliable than the standard across the region. In this way, we create the infrastructure to empower HR decision-making. Our market is growing at an increasingly exponential rate. The HR compliance and verification market only for LATAM is about 4.2 billion. Also, after Africa, Latin America has the highest population growth rate in the world. In addition, the continent has 625 million inhabitants and more than 156 million employees with labor mobility, which represents a huge opportunity for the region. Our traction is very good. Currently, we work with the largest companies of Colombia, which are based on the critical verticals such as financial, health, logistics, BPO, and others. We have more than 400 annual clients, active clients, and are growing at a rate of 100% year over year. We also are running our annual recurring revenue about $1 million and growing very fast. Our team is formed by profiles with high experience in the HR industry, a PhD leading the technological area, and a strong focus on growth and experimentation, performing more than 150 experiments in the last 2 years and focusing all our efforts on understanding the behavior and challenges of HR areas. Our future is very promising. We are focused on building the infrastructure for LATAM, where we will serve more than 7,000 clients in the next 5 years and leverage the business results of the HR teams. The future of work is based on trust and transparency. HR will be key in this mission, and global work will be there to leverage them. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks for your presentation, Sebastian, and welcome to the stage. For this round of questioning, Livia, we're back to you. Can you get it started?
Thank you, Guillermo.
Hi, Sebastian.
Hi, Livia. How are you?
I'm fine, and you? Sebastian,
great. Very happy to be here. Of course.
Good. Sebastian, I would like to know how many companies offer the same solution as you do? What's unique? What's the uniqueness of your project?
Okay, great, Livia. There are many companies that provide background check services and compliance across LATAM. But the characteristic of these companies is that they are like consulting firms, specialized principally on security services, but they are not committed to prevent biased information into the HR space. So what we are building is the infrastructure to take all the better decisions for HR. Just started with background checks, but we are also creating all the services across all the interview process, all the pre-onboarding process. Well, when the HR area must understand all the information to take a better choice, and most important, an unbiased choice, because this is a huge problem that there's in LATAM. There are also some companies that are coming from the US, from other latitudes to Latin America, but they find an ecosystem that is hard and very fragmented because the information is hard to take. So we are building this infrastructure for the HR area decisions.
Thank you.
Thanks to you.
Marcelo Pirani, next question over to you.
Hi, Sebastian. How's it going?
Hi, Marcelo. Nice to meet you, man.
Sebastian, one thing that is important for companies nowadays, challenge for our human resources people is onboarding and offboarding of the company. And how can you believe that your solution could help the HR on that issue? And how can improve the brand reputation, as you said during your pitch?
Okay, this is a very important task because we have seen that principally in that last time, companies are very worried about the employer branding. And in those kind of services where there is like due diligence for the candidates, if the candidate have a bad experience, the candidate can leave the company, and not only that, but they will talk bad about the company, and it creates a bad reputation. So what we are building is very committed to try to give the best experience to the candidates, where we always tell them what are we doing, why are we doing this part. We have found that there are many companies that doesn't say the candidates that they are receiving like a background check or a background screening. So it's very important to be like committed and aligned with the candidate and with the company. So we are like the representative of the company where we are onboarding the candidates. And if the experience is good, the candidate will be prepared to have a better understanding of the company. One of our services, which is like the familiar interviews, we try to understand all the skills and the things that the candidate have into their family to take our engagement when they access to the new opportunity in the companies. So I think that these kind of services are not important for compliance, but for wellness and onboarding, and very important. And this is happening in Latin America in this moment.
And last question over to you, Marcelo Nobrega.
All right. Hi, Sebastian.
Hi, Marcelo.
I'm interested to hear from you. What is it that you guys can do to overcome the hurdles that I see for your business. So, like background checks and verification, a lot of companies just do not do it. They don't do it because they're large, they hire a lot of people monthly, so it would be very costly. And in some countries in our region, it's just plain simple against the law to do background checks. So I see those as big hurdles for your growth.
Okay, so more than background checks, we are trying to provide all the reliable information that HR must understand to the HR decision to the position. So more than verifying, for example, the criminal checks, I think in some of the cases, it is not an important information. We like to understand more, for example, how was the work experience that the candidate had, just trying to have a better engagement with the company. And we are also creating onboarding services to create a better match. So we have been understanding the global market, and what have we found is that this is a kind of solution that is global, that companies, even large companies and small businesses, need to understand better who is entering into the organizations. And for example, what happens with large companies that provide consulting background check services is that they are only focused on enterprises because the cost is high, and we are trying to democratize that part. So our service is a fraction of the cost of this kind of companies, more faster and more reliable.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you very much, Sebastian. And while the judges write down some notes, how can attendees find out more about Global Work?
Okay. Of course, it would be great that you follow us in Instagram as Global Work Call, and in LinkedIn, Global Work Call. We always are creating content for HR specialized people that is building the future of workspace. We are doing webinars monthly about all the facts that happens in the HR space. So very happy to talk with you, and thank you very much for this opportunity.
Excellent. Thank you for being here. All right. And believe it or not, that actually completes the round of pitches for our Latin America segment. So big round of applause to all the people who competed. The judges are now going to deliberate on the pitches you just saw. I'll be seeing you judges in the Zoom in a second. And while the judges deliberate, we hope you enjoy some great information we have to share with you. We're going to be back shortly in about 10 minutes. So hang on tight. All right. See you in a little bit.
Throughout history, the world's hardest challenges have inspired the most innovative solutions. Remote work, skill shortages, a growing mental health crisis, and the impact of the Great Resignation were just a few of the challenges disrupting the workplace and driving new heights of innovation. That's why in 2021, SHRMLabs introduced the Better Workplaces Challenge Cup to find and elevate the next generations of workplace technology and innovations that will help drive progress and make our world a better place. In 2022, our competition went bigger than ever before. We went global, featuring over 150 workplace solutions from all around the world. Through 10 initial pitch segments across North America, Europe, Latin America, the Middle East, Africa, and Asia Pacific, panels of expert judges chose 4 finalists to proceed to the finals pitch event at SHRM's 2022 annual conference, the world's largest gathering of HR leaders and executives. There, the final 4 startups pitched their innovations live in front of tens of hundreds of SHRM members and a panel of celebrity judges. One winner was crowned the Better Workplaces Challenge Cup champion and rewarded with a $50,000 cash prize. By bringing together the best and brightest minds in the field, this competition, powered by SHRM, is helping to pave the way for a brighter, more sustainable future for work. Visit us at betterworkplaceschallengecup.com to learn more.
Our folks here have over 20 plus years experience. We provide two main areas: Express Requests, which is a compilation of all various topics. You can actually save a lot of time by asking one of our advisors to do some research for you, to bounce off an idea, to find out latest current employer practices.
We talk about every topic imaginable under the umbrella of human resources. Among the most popular would be the Family and Medical Leave Act, the exemption status, questions about the salary basis. The questions go on and on. We could talk about many more of them. And if you want to do that, don't forget one of the prime benefits of being a SHRM member, the HR Knowledge Center.
To know where you're going, you must know where you've been. Every mile marks a moment in history. For 75 years, SHRM has led HR to drive change. We fight for women at work, shape policy and protections for all. We advocate for an inclusive workforce and endure together during unprecedented times. Because the beauty of the road is there's always something ahead. Join SHRM on our journey to drive change.
Throughout history, the world's hardest challenges have inspired the most innovative solutions. Remote work, skill shortages, a growing mental health crisis, and the impact of the Great Resignation were just a few of the challenges disrupting the workplace and driving new heights of innovation. That's why in 2021, SHRMLabs introduced the Better Workplaces Challenge Cup to find and elevate the next generations of workplace technology and innovations that will help drive progress and make our world a better place. In 2022, our competition went bigger than ever before. We went global, featuring over 150 workplace solutions from all around the world. Through 10 initial pitch segments across North America, Europe, Latin America, the Middle East, Africa, and Asia Pacific, panels of expert judges chose 4 finalists to proceed to the finals pitch event at SHRM's 2022 annual conference, the world's largest gathering of HR leaders and executives. There, the final 4 startups pitched their innovations live in front of tens of hundreds of SHRM members and a panel of celebrity judges. One winner was crowned the Better Workplaces Challenge Cup champion and rewarded with a $50,000 cash prize. By bringing together the best and brightest minds in the field, this competition powered by SHRM is helping to pave the way for a brighter, more sustainable future for work. Visit us at betterworkplaceschallengecup.com to learn more.
To know where you're going, you must know where you've been. Every mile marks a moment in history. For 75 years, SHRM has led HR to drive change. We fight for women at work, shape policy and protections for all. We advocate for an inclusive workforce and endure together during unprecedented times. Because the beauty of the road is there's always something ahead. Join SHRM on our journey to drive change.
All right, and we are back with our decision. Once again, let's give a hand to all these great companies that competed today. Thank you to all 4 of them founders, for participating. We greatly appreciate it. As mentioned at the beginning, one of these companies will be moving forward and will compete in the semifinals of the 2023 Better Workplaces Challenge Cup. So let's get right to it. The winner of this segment, our Latin America segment, is La Pieza. So major congratulations to La Pieza. We look forward to your participation in the semifinals. Judges, any words you'd like to say to our winners? Livia?
Yeah, I found all the projects were really, really good. And La Pieza especially is something that would improve the HR practice. So you might work a little bit on your pitch to the final and give a little bit more details of your business and maybe emphasizing the benefits of it to human resources, including all examples of the competencies that you can find in the platform, and that would make it clear for the judges to see how nice it is and how it would help them to improve their business. Thank you and congratulations.
Fantastic. Marcelo Pirani?
So I think that Livia covered everything. Has covered everything. So I only to add one thing, reinforce one point is practice more the pitch. I think that we had during the presentation of the group La Pieza many comments and curiosities about the product and the solution. So I think that they must work harder on that, and of course they will get the point. They will aim I think that will be a great solution for all companies. So wish all the best.
All right. And last but not least, Marcelo Nobrega.
Yeah, so thanks everyone for being here. You know, all the startups are great. They're great, doing great jobs. And of course, we had to choose only one. So La Pieza takes it. And what I think was unique about La Pieza is that they have a passive hunting ground. So they can go after people who are not looking actively for jobs. And that's very interesting and unique about La Pieza at this point. So congrats and all the best in the following rounds.
Fantastic. And judges, thank you for doing an excellent job here and choosing a winner. By the way, you know, one of the top HR issues that is in the marketplace right now or in the workplace is recruitment and retention. So I think you made an excellent choice in La Pieza. So once again, thank you to the participants, and thank you all for attending. Please note that, as we said at the beginning, this event qualifies for 2 PDCs towards your SHRM CP or SCP certification. The code to use is 23-S6TRT, and we're going to be displaying that in a second. Next up is going to be our third first round segment on Monday, March 6th. We're going to be back in the United States. As already mentioned, the top company from each first round will move to the semifinals, and the winners of the 2 semifinals will move on to the finals at SHRM's annual conference and exposition, which this year is going to be held June 11th through the 14th in Las Vegas. Please visit betterworkplaceschallengecup.com to stay informed and register to attend our future events. We hope you can join us. Have a great day, everyone. See you soon.